Hey kids, we're back. All right. I took a little break. Still have this neck here. We need to put it back together. Yes, I had to take a little break because my phone, my battery was really low on my phone, and I use my phone. I have the app here for the switcher for this program, which is Guitar Quackery Live. Sorry, let me say this again. Guitar Quackery Live, the one and only live streaming a guitar repair channel. So this thing broke. So fortunately, I had a spare one. And I tried to fix it during this break. And the motor is busted. So I did notice that this one was overheating all the time. All right, so I tried to buy the same one on Amazon. They've been discontinued. I guess because it's got that annoying micro USB thing that is really annoying, right? So a new model has a USB-C. So I bought that. I put it in my shopping cart. I'm gonna look a little bit before I buy it, right? Maybe there's a better model. Okay. What are we doing? Well, the guitar is like this in pieces. So I already shimmed the neck. I put a little self-adhesive, whatchamacallit, sandpaper. That's what I always use, most of the times, always. Always or most of the times, I don't know. I think always. Sometimes I find other things, inside the neck pocket, and like a pick or things like of that nature, and I just toss that out and I put my sandpaper shim. Okay, so I've enlarged these holes. You should watch part 1 of this series. And look, I forgot to put this camera back on. Oh, it's late. So I don't know how much work I'll be doing on this guitar tonight. I do need to reassemble it for sure, because I got to put it in the gig bag. So the bridge still has the strings on, attached to the back end of the bridge. So I'll be restringing it with the same old strings, because we need to cut the nut. It is a tutorial, so I'll be explaining things. So let me explain. So here's the thing. Okay, I think I've explained this one already. So these need to go through the body freely, right? And then they hit the neck, and you need to back up a little bit, push down, and I don't know if you saw the click, it just clicked down. So now you can screw it into the same threads. And yeah, you know what? How about I use this screwdriver? It's easier. Okay. I usually don't use a power tool for this, for these 4 screws. Okay, so now watch. Back. Click. All right? Oops. Oh, and I just remembered I wanted to maybe touch up that little finish thing. That was, yeah. So around the neck pocket. Sometimes this poly finish can just chip off. So you saw this is a live stream, right? And I almost scratched the guitar, but I didn't. So, but things can happen, right? But I didn't scratch the guitar, but I almost did. And it would have been recorded and archived. Okay, my incompetence would have been archived. What can I tell you? Accidents happen, right? So, do I have, because I think last time I checked my super glue, thin. Oh, I do have some here. Okay, so, and I need little whip tip. What is it's called? A whip tip, I think. Sorry, I'm off camera now, but I'm looking for something. I don't know where I put it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to improvise. Oh, those banging steam pipes are driving me nuts. So how do I improvise? What do I use? How about this? Okay. It's a stirring stick. And I'm going to make a multi-tool out of this. And maybe I will keep this tool for future projects. It's a bamboo stirring stick. How cool is that? I like bamboo stuff. You know, we need to protect our trees. Bamboo is just a grass. Like corn. So it grows much faster, right? So it's not that I like killing bamboo. It's just that it's not as precious because it grows faster. Like a weed. Okay, I think I got it. So let me just sharpen a point here. I had a similar multi-tool already made. I think I lost it, or maybe I still have it somewhere. It was my favorite multi-tool. Yeah, so I see I have a viewer. I need to fix the finish on this guitar around the neck pocket. It's kind of almost chipping off, so I'm just going to stabilize it with just a tiny drop of super glue. What else? So around the workbench, it's a really good idea to put the super glue on a board instead of the carpet, right? And where did I put it? Here it is. Okay. And now let's have a look at this. Where's that thing? Oh, here. Okay. So how should I show this? I think it's going to be difficult to show the actual repair on camera, the actual work. repair work, right? But you can see this. So what I want to do is I want to use this multi-tool to bring a little bit of low viscosity super glue from behind, and it's going to wick into the fracture, and it's going to solidify and hold it together. So it's kind of impossible for me to do this on camera. So you're just going to have to use your imagination and imagine what is happening here. So here I have, you see, so this is open wood grain. So it's going to wick through the wood grain, and well, it's a thin wooden wall, right? So it's going to go through the wood and then hit the finish from behind and hopefully go into the crack as well. I think it's worth doing this. Okay, so yeah, so I'm keeping this stable so that I don't spill the super glue. Yeah, when it comes to super glue wars, I lose every battle, by the way. It's impossible to win. Super glue is not nice. There. So the wood is getting wet, which means it's absorbing the super glue just like a sponge. And yeah. So I'm flooding it. And, you know, I am kind of getting the glue into this corner where there's just a finish. And I just noticed that it's actually melting the finish. Interesting. I never expected that to happen. So now I can just wipe off the excess. Now, is it worth putting some glue here? A very tiny amount. Okay. You know, this multi-tool I just made, bamboo multi-tool, actually works better than the tool I wanted to use, the plastic one. All right. I think this did the job. So now let's put this away. So one tip, never transport super glue over the guitar, right? I don't think I need to explain why. And now, oops, my switcher app. Okay, let's put it away before anything happens. So we got some work to do on this guitar, right? We're gonna reassemble it, and I need to cut the nut. Am I going to have the energy to do it tonight? I don't know. So this is a great multi-tool now. So it looks like this. All right. So this is really thin. Yeah, nothing to it, right? And I'm going to keep it. So I have a new tool, which didn't cost me much. Oh, look at that. 4 people watching. A Rubbish Guitar blog says hello. Hello to you. Oh, we lost 1 person. Okay. I don't blame you. I think some people don't realize it's a live stream, right? It might show up on the YouTube homepage, and then they start watching and say, oh, what the hell is this? Okay, where I put the neck. So now we can reassemble the neck, the guitar. Here we go. It's dry, okay? So we're not gonna glue the neck into the neck pocket, right? Okay, so just like I said, I enlarged these holes so that the screws can sink into the body, through the body. Camera. Zoom out. There. So it's important to be able to just push the screws through the body, right? So I have to enlarge these holes with a 18 gauge drill bit for, you know, imperial measurements. And now I go back. Now it clicked, and now I just screw it in. Don't tighten it yet. Back, click. This way it hits the same spot. Back, click. So I heard the click. I don't know if you heard the click, but I felt it. Same thing here. I think it already clicked. Click, right? So I think you saw how it dropped into the threaded portion. Okay, so it's got to be tight, but not too tight. I see these over tightened, and then it damages the finish. We don't want to do that, for sure. Okay, and now we are going to put the bridge back and 3 of the springs. I usually use these needle nose pliers. Okay. One thing. Okay. We wanna like dial in, rough in the compensation, but we wanna dial it further back than we think it needs to be. Okay, so this way it's easier to dial in the intonation, or the compensation as we call it, later at string tension. And we also don't kink the string in the playable portion of the string. Okay, so that's that. And now I put the springs. So this is annoying. Look how they soldered this. Ah, come on. So you see, Fender, yeah, it depends which factory worker does what. Okay. And we want to tighten these. So I have a screwdriver that's extended just for this. It's going to be easier to release tension. This customer doesn't want a floating bridge, so I'm going to over tighten it initially and then release spring tension to the point where he can still use the whammy bar, but it's not a floating bridge. And so that when he bends one of the strings, the other 5 don't go out of tune, right? So now I do need to use needle nose pliers because I moved the claw back. Okay, we're good. All right, I like to keep this spring away from this because that can make noise. But I honestly wish this was soldered in the opposite direction, right? Why they do it like this? It's stupid. Okay, now we check the front. And we check that it's seated. So it's seated at the front. And I need a flathead screwdriver just to make sure that it feels right. This is too small. So we need the bigger one, thicker one, yeah. Okay. Sometimes these posts are not properly seated, and I actually need to do a modification to this. Not in this case. Well, I do have a video on the main channel of a guitar. I can't remember which guitar it was. I think it was maybe the one with the Illuminati neck. I had to do a modification. I'm not sure which guitar anymore. So let me put the screwdrivers away first before I scratch the guitar. I think I have a video on the main channel about that. Okay. 3 people watching. Which means I should be talking because I'm talking to an audience. I have a huge audience. This is a really popular channel. Well, yeah, I don't think guitar repair is going to attract an audience. I need a girl working with me. Well, then it would be different. Cleavage. That works. So these are locking tuners. I'm not a fan of locking tuners, by the way. but this is what's on the guitar. And I am simply putting the strings back. Do I really need to show a close-up? I guess it doesn't hurt. I'm not sleepy. It's 1:30. I'm not sleepy. Yeah. So it's all tangled up. It's a bit annoying. But I want to use the old strings as much as I can as sacrificial strings for, you know, the nut, to adjust the nut height. Switch. Okay, so there. So, you know, there's a kink there that we keep re-kinking, and the string might break. I don't know. We'll see. And if the string does break, it depends. We might just finish the job with a new string, with a new set of strings, or I might need to put a sacrificial string, as in a brand new non-coated string. Non-coated because it's cheaper. This is so annoying, putting old strings back on the guitar. Okay. I don't need to tune it exactly to pitch. I just need to put the strings on so we can adjust the nut. Now it's going to be obviously too high. We level off the frets. Yeah, so that's the problem. Well, it's not a problem. It's, you know, just part of the job of a level crown and polish of the frets. It's the expected outcome. You lower the frets, the nut's going to be too high. Simple. I think the nut was already too high. I can't remember anymore. The most annoying strings to put back on the tuning post are the plain ones. So I need to do this. Maybe I even need to guide the string with the needle nose pliers. You know how many times I stab myself with the strings? Some of my customers' guitars have my DNA on them. Well, actually, they all do, right? Okay, and one more. Look at that. Okay, we got enough slack so we can just push it back inside. And that's it. So this is all, you know, badly set up right now, you know, the height and everything. We're not going to worry about this now, or even about tuning the guitar. I'm just looking at the string heights here. So when I push the string against the second fret, I'm looking at the distance that remains between the first fret and the string. And, you know, I don't need to even measure. I see it's too high. So we are going to file the nut. Now the question is, do I want to do it now? So it's 31 minutes into this live stream. It's 1:30 a.m. And although I'm not sleepy, it takes me an hour to get home. So it's going to take me about half hour to get ready. So it's going to be 2 a.m. I'll be home by 3 a.m. And I'm trying to break this pattern of going to bed too late. So I think it's just better if I just put it away. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm forcing myself to put it away. Oh, what's up with this? What's up with this? This is loose. Yeah, let me, because I'll forget. Strap button is loose. Okay. So it's just spinning. Yeah, let's see. So it looks like this is a, you know, small screw. Look how loose it is. I don't remember these screws being like this. Let's see what's up with this one. This one is okay. Is the same screw head? Yeah. Now, do I have a better screw for this? I mean, if I, you know, this is so loose, if I just put a better screw, a bigger screw, it'll be fine. Look at this. Is that the same screw? No, this one's bigger. So I don't know what's up with that. I know in some cases the screw on this strap button is bigger and longer than the one here. This is definitely a different screw. So I want to use this strap button, the original one, right? But I want to use the bigger screw. So again, I back it up. Okay, now it found the threads. And there. I guess it's acceptable. Yeah. Okay. And now what do I do with this? Whatever, I'll just put it away. Maybe I find an even bigger screw, because I think it could take an even bigger one. Let me see. Okay. It's okay, but a bigger screw would be even better. Maybe I'll look for one off camera. It's not that interesting. Okay. I am going to end it here. So thank you for watching. Click like if you liked it. If you didn't, just find another channel to watch. And I will see you tomorrow. So I will not be streaming tonight. I don't think I will be. I don't know, with me, you never know. Okay, so good night, and I'll see you soon.